Oh, hi guys and girls, welcome back to the spare room. It's Emma again with part 2 of this little build. I kind of got carried away here and didn't film a lot of this. I just went and sharpened the tool and thought, well, maybe I need to get some of this on camera. I've roughed this out and I've pretty much got this side of the balls all looking reasonably good. They need a bit more work, just by eye. They need a little bit off the shoulders there on all of them, that one in particular. This one we're just starting into. Basically it's a matter of taking a bit off and bluing it up and seeing where the high spots are and trying again and hitting them with a file. I couldn't use the graver on these because this is an interrupted cut and that's a bit dangerous. And I'm not a big fan of graver in hard steel, and this is, it's probably 4140 or something, I don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just trim this one up and finish them off and just spend a bit of time getting them right. And we'll have a look and see how they look. So a couple of hours later, this is starting to look something like, this ball's pretty jolly nice, I think. This one's getting there. What I've done is use the index from the Multifix and just move this one peg around and use the scraper profile just to give us some sort of a start on the angles, and then basically a piece of emery cloth to clean them up afterwards. I did make a mistake with this. I put a hole in here before I started, whereas I should have probably drilled them afterwards, for a couple of reasons. One, I would have got them right on centre of the balls, and secondly, I wouldn't have had interrupted cuts, so I probably would have cut them with a graver. A few people have asked the questions why I didn't use a hand graver, and the reason is I've got this interrupted cut and it's going to break something or really going to come unstuck. It's going to be a nervous thing to use anyway. I've done quite a bit of work with gravers in the past on smaller work, and probably that's an option, but you don't want holes in them like this to start with. So what I'm going to do is get in and clean this one up and reverse in, and do the same to this end one, and probably take him out of the chuck and we'll cut him off, and I'm going to file the ends up nice and give him a good polish by hand, and we're starting to look like it's supposed to be. So after another couple of hours, and I've been most of the day on this part, that's what we've got. We've got three balls that are somewhere near round, without too many chatter marks or scratch marks or anything in them. I'm pretty happy with. With a cross hole through that one and a hole there for the spigot, and still got two ends on it. So what I'm going to do is just chop these off and file them up nice, and we'll call this part pretty much done. Yeah, so it's dark here in the shop, sorry guys. And I'm probably just going to hold this by hand and give him a bit of a file up. It won't take much. So last job here is really to make a handle to go in here, and I've got a bit of stock here I found in the scrap drawer. I think it's CS1020, which is about what I'd use for this. I've got a length there, but this is a short bit. I'm thinking it's got a hole down the end of it about that far, and that should be sort of plenty long enough anyway. So what I'm going to do is set this up and machine it to go through this hole here, and then grip that part in the chuck. We're going to put a bit of shape on this end, and we're going to have that done. So let's get in and do it. And that's that down to that diameter with a bit of a shoulder on there for the start of the wheel. Enough on here probably to peen it over once we Loctite it so it's not coming loose. And we can turn him round. I'm going to machine this all the way down to this measurement here. Because it wouldn't hurt to have a centre in it. One of my jobs for the very near future is to make a centre. For this lathe. What we've got here is a compound slide that's a fraction out, so I'm going to adjust that before we do anything. So scratch that. I set this over nice and level again, and this compound, and then decided that I really needed to set back at 4 degrees, or 3 degrees, so I've done that and machined this nice round groove here, and I'm going to put a round end on it. First job I guess is probably to either machine or part or saw or something this piece off the end. And basically put a round corner on it to match the balls. So probably I'm just going to machine this down a bit until it's nearly through, cut it off with a hacksaw, put it back in the chuck and file and emery tape the corner round. And there we go. Probably we could put a bit more support back in there. Make the job a little bit quicker. So that's that pretty well finished. Is it balanced? Not really, no. It's quite a bit heavier on this end, I think. A bit late now. It's really not a huge deal though, because it is a vertical wheel, so it's not gonna really be a huge deal. Still got to put this together. And I've gone as far as to making this fit and put it in, but there's been a bit of a problem in that when it went in it didn't quite go in square, and I thought, oh crap, that looks crap. So I put in the chuck and gave it a twist to pull it out, and it busted off. So this old weld metal in here wasn't holding by much. As you can see, that's nearly hollow. So unfortunately that's going to have to be cut out of there, and that's not a huge deal to do that. I will do it. Left hand drill to make short work of it, but I'll just take it to work and I'll get a carbide burr and just clean that out, and it'll come out okay. Still got to put this together, but I'm going to need a new thread, so I've called in a favour and I've got a friend who's going to fix that. So this is going to be the end of this part of this video. I think we'll say we've got a finished hand wheel which looks pretty jolly good, but I guess it answers our question about whether we should make the thread an inch longer, and looks like that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to send this, and I'm going to send the piece that it threads into down to Sydney, and he's going to make me a new one to fit the machine, and that's fixed the problem, I think. So apart from that, I'm pretty pleased about it. So there's my new hand wheel. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind to each other, and yeah, more soon.